Hello and welcome again to Learning in Bits. We're still continuing our studies of Adobe Animate, and we stopped here the last time. And I think I need to make this environment look more interesting. So I'm going to lock up all the layers that I have here, and I've just created a new layer, and I'm going to call this one houses because I want to create a couple of buildings. So for this one, I'm going to just create a rectangle and place it here for now. And I don't need the outline, so I'll delete that. So what color of buildings am I looking at? I think I should make them something grayish, something like that is fine. And remember, I can scale this if I want to. I can scale it up, and I think I'm just going to make a copy of this, Command D or Control D. And the reason I'm making a copy is because I want to have a variation of the buildings. And I can place this somewhere here, just between the land and the mountains. So I can bring it down. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. What I'm trying to do now is paint over these blocks to make it look like windows. So I'm going to, this time around, select the classic brush tool. You can see the shortcut is B. And if we click on it and we go to the attributes, you can see the size and the brush types. So I think I want to go with the square one. And what color am I looking at? I think I want to change the color to maybe white or something a little bit off white, something like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to, you see, once you drag on the size, you see the shape size. You can see that on the work area. So I think that shape looks fine. I'll just click here and I'll create what looks like a window. Select everything. I'll make a copy, Command D or Control D, and I'm just going to alter this a little bit by scaling it down. If I zoom in, I can shape this one a little bit and add some variation in the size. So please go ahead and play around with this, add different things you think you want your environment to have. Okay, I'm just creating variations of the same thing. Okay, so I could also come here and create a new layer, and maybe this time around I'm going to use this tool, and I want to try and reduce the font size, and I want to create what looks like a lake. So I'm just drawing here something that looks like a lake. So I'm using a freestyle and I'm just improvising. And I think I need to take that one above the ground layer so it can be visible. Okay, so you can see already I'm beginning to arrive at something, and I'm going to go in, zoom in a little bit, and let's continue to modify that region. Just going to paint. Okay, getting there. Okay, so something that looks like a lake, that's fine. I can also rename that layer. I'll call it lake. And so there's just so much you can achieve here with this software. You just need to have a concept and a goal. So I'm going to call this area just because I want to add other things, and I'm going to lock every other layer so I don't mistakenly paint over them. I want to introduce you to the use of lines. So you can actually come in here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can focus on the lines. So I'm going to create a line. You can see the line is too thick, so I'm going to undo that. Or better still, you can actually select it and see if you can reduce the size. So something like that should be fine. And I'm going to change the color to something that looks like a wood because I want it to be a wood. So I'm going to drag it to this side. Something like that. It looks like I might make it a bit thicker. And I'm going to duplicate that. I'll actually modify the shape, which is a good practice because you don't want them to look as if they're all duplicates. So same thing, you want to put your cursor very close to it, to the shape, and you can modify it so it doesn't look like they're all just straight. Okay, so you will also notice now that when things are closer to you, they are longer in terms of the height. So I'm going to drag this up, okay, because with perspective, we need to make our drawings look right. So same thing, this and this, I can actually vary it so that not 100% replica in terms of the shape. So I think if I zoom out, we should be able to see an idea of what I'm trying to create, more like a lake that has a wooden fence. So I'm going to go in there, and using the same tool, I will start connecting them. I think maybe this time I should use a brush. So I'm going to go use a brush, and maybe I can change the shape to something that is circle. And I'm going to change the color also to the color of the wood, or maybe I can make it a bit darker, something darker. I'll select that for now and maybe come here and make it a bit darker just to create a variation. And for the size, I'm going to reduce the size like that. Then I can just I can now zoom out. You can already see that I'm achieving something that looks like an environment. So I'm going to stop here for now and allow you to practice some more and get familiar with all of the tools. If you have any questions, please feel free to put it in the comments and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. See you in the next video. Have a good one and don't forget to subscribe. See you later. Bye for now.